And we are rolling. So hey everyone, welcome back to a new stream of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We've just started the new trial day for case number 4. Again, this will be the last case I do before I move on to something else. And yeah, not much to say. Let's get going. Okay, so a man called in to the station around 3:30 minutes after midnight. Whoa, what the heck? Why do my levels keep getting weird? We had headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth.
Nick, doesn't it seem like Detective Gumshoe is being a little vague? I bet Von Karma's feeding him lines.
His testimony's probably filled with landmines just waiting for me to press.
What do we do?
Grit our teeth and press, I guess. What else can we do?
Well said, Nick. You're the man.
Oh, I thought that was just normal testimony. I didn't know we were already in the cross-examination. Okay, well, let's just press. You received a call from a man? Yeah. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 very different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Irk! The testimonies were quite similar, somehow. Today I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping? Lot of heart. What happened next? Detective. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. Oh, ow. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got a share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue! Now! But the next morning the body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet... I'm losing all my voices. A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart. Fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence. Found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol. All right. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Well, why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. Hey, watch your lack. Good of you to finally join. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon was found in the boat was decisive evidence. Oh, the murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. Okay. What about the pistol? What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Ah, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. There were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order! Order! So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Murder weapon, .22 caliber, fired 3 times. Bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective! Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick! What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
This very well. I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Oh, okay. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. I like to think he goes into a separate mode when he goes into explanations. Indeed! This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart, was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order! Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge. That shade's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess. Now! But wait, hey! Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes! This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Jeez. December 26, 11:09 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the pistol, in the photo. Wow. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? Oh, jeez. Oh, sorry, give me just a moment. Oh dear. Whoops. Sorry. Hold on. Something's weird here. There we go. What? But you must believe me. I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya.
Huh? What?
Any progress with Mia?
Oh, sorry, it's no good. I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right?
No, I need you here. What the hell? What the heck? Why even give me that second option? No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out.
Really?
Whoa, right. Don't jinx the case any more than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Mrs. Lotta Hart take the stand? I love her. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand. Yeah, I understand. Very well, your testimony, please. Witness testimony, witnesses' accounts. Hey, you know what, it was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. Let me just save right here, first. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard the bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There was a nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove any people from this courtroom if I don't have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There was no other boats on the lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Oh dear, things are getting tense. Order! I will have order! Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Well, wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet! A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo's worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty. You lose. Or do you claim to have found a contradiction in a testimony? I'm gonna save. Huh? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know?
I guess I understand. What are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing.
Well, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on.
Yeah, got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for your shake. This isn't a waste of time. Okay. It was Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. Hold on, let's see. Let's take a look at the evidence I got. So I got my badge, I got the camera set to automatically take a picture when a loud noise is detected. Time of death, sometime on the 24th or 25th. Caused 1 bullet shot to the heart. Taken automatically on 12/25 at 12:15 a.m. Picture of the mom, Gordy, over a map of Gourd Lake, the bullet, and the gun. I think I remember somewhere in her testimony saying that she heard 2 gunshots, but the gun was fired 3 times. I was in my car, I heard the bang coming from the... I saw 2 gents in a boat. There was another bang. There wasn't anything on the lake but the boat. There weren't any contradictions in there!
Sorry, Nick, if only my sister were here! Maya's really taking this hard.
Okay, I guess we just start pressing. Just after midnight, you say. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess.
Wow, I butchered that.
I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony.
I was in my car. Why were you camping there anyway?
I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research.
I can't do Southern very well for some reason right now. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Yeah, press further. Miss Hart, would you be more specific about your research?
What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. But wait now, I'm the one who says that. Well then, say it already. Objection sustained.
Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. He's not making this easy. I heard this bang come up from the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time?
Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness.
Irk. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat.
Could you clearly see the 2 men?
Oh, wow, that was Phoenix. Oh, my God. Oh, God, they're all blurring together.
Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you?
Uh-oh. Yeah, press further.
Wait a second.
I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men.
Yeah, well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions.
He's jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out?
Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble.
But Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? There was a nary thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sure as a country gal can be.
That sounds pretty sure. I'm gonna press further. Always press further. How come you're so sure?
Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake.
Scanned the whole lake? No, it sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you...
Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough! Oh, enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor...
You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts.
Ah, crap.
By holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens,
You'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood.
Nick! Lana's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy.
I know what you mean. But if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me!
Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not! Lana Hart, your testimony stinks! It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth! This is a matter of life or death! Lana! Did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lana!
What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough! Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No! Wait.
I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Yes! Order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lana Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court.
No, I am! If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me!
Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick! I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck!
Maya? I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. Let's save again. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. Wait, that's it? Oh, I don't know if I can find anything in that. I can't squander Maya's efforts either. You see, I already know what the evidence is going to be. It has to be the photo, because where in the photo, who looks like Edgeworth in that picture? Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men in the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in a testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart? What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Edgeworth was seen.
You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See, no problem.
You use binoculars. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
This one better be good.
How Edgeworth was seen.
You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So how could you see Edgeworth? Now just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from.
Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Oh, nobody loves me. Oh.
So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car.
Your camera?
Yeah, it's got automatic.
The issue we are concerned with here is Mr. Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained.
He's not letting her answer any of my questions.
Still, I brought my binoculars with me.
Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? Ah!
I've got doubts about your camera, too.
Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers?
The camera is irrelevant to this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera?
Yes. This is make it or break it time. The camera is of the utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited for stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight. Hard.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of a challenged intellect.
Wow. Now, wait a minute.
Continue your testimony. You are saying how it was that you saw Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments. Please.
When I heard that noise on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. There was a heavy fog. How would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah.
Enough. There's no room for doubt in the testimony.
She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick as grits. So once I finish that, I got my... Okay. The camera was set to take pictures of meteor shower. I think what's happening here is that she's saying it was set up to take meteor showers, but when we were at the lake and we saw the camera set up, it wasn't pointed up towards the sky. So I think that's the key right there. Yeah. As I thought. You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well, then what exactly was she photographing?
Do I have evidence for this? Your Honor,
take a look at this. What was Mr. Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Yeah, Gordy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What is this? A newspaper article? Gordy? Ah, the sighting at Gord Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof of something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy.
Yeah, we have proof. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy, the lake monster? It'd have to be the camera itself because it had that microphone set up. The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here, this article about Gordy. According to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order! Order! Hey, I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me.
So what? Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exists. Wow.
Hey!
But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? I'm gonna save again. Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony.
Right, fine, I'll testify. I won't change nothing, though.
Something will change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it. I thought that said spoil it. Ah, God. Ow. And why is my camera pointed up like that? There we go. Witness testimony. Lada's new testimony.
Actually, I'm not a researcher student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind.
Ah, that would be a first.
Very funny.
You understand that this is your last chance?
You understand that this is your last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Okay, Lada's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. Let's take a look at the evidence that we have. The gun fired 3 times. I guess let's start pressing. Then what manner of person are you?
I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything.
I'm an investigative photographer. An investigative photographer?
Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what?
What?
There was a there was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
A UFO?
You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Huh.
Heck yeah, they even had him up on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on the local news Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe.
Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor.
That's why I was camping out by the lake.
That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera.
Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang,
it snaps a shot.
Yep.
How many pictures has it taken so far?
The only time the camera triggered was that night. But that's all I was hiding.
I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake.
Heck, if the word got out, what I was up to, the lake be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop.
Ah. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually,
Mr. Wright, I'll not have... oh, man. I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, on camera, I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected.
There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at?
Yep.
I don't know, if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kind of doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat.
What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue. Hold your hush, puppies, pops. I'm getting there. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot.
Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time?
Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore, neither.
Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. Okay, so we've looped around. Let's look at the evidence that we got. Camera takes loud noises. Died on the... yeah, whatever. Taken automatically 12:15. An old photograph DL6, that's not going to work. Wait, let's actually look at the map. So she is over here where the car is. Okay. Yeah, it has to be this one, because why would she say there's not much else when she's looking for Gordy? Oh, that was it. Miss Hart, were you really looking at the boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree. Any normal person would. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy. That's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Now that is a good point.
Order! Continue, Mr. Wright.
You testified that you were watching the boat through the binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Monsieur! Are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I got kind of excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Shit, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Oh. Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality of might, but she'll let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why would Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. Time to save! What should I do? Yeah, we gotta make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? But because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it to court in the first place, you old fool. Oh, she just called him out. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Oh. They said before that Edgeworth's right hand fingerprints were on the gun, but that's clearly showing the left hand. Still cannot see who was firing in this. Could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. I don't know who was talking then. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright. There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lada Hurt. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Hey, Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. I know what it is! This is bad, really bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Show other evidence. I'm gonna object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you want to show the court what you mean? What about this photo is strange? Here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. It is right there. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. Yeah, the gun bears prints from Edgeworth's right hand. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Gotcha. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Gonna save. I could just say Larry, but then again, Edgeworth said that the victim could have shot himself. What if I say Larry? What? Wait, I can't do that! Sacrifice one friend to save another? What's the point? Well, Mr. Wright, your answer? Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Hold on, that was kind of a bogus thing. Let me get that bit of health back. The victim himself? There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Van Cover, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I mean, that shot from approximately 1 meter away. Okay. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal that the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Whew! December 26, 1:15 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say?
No, I don't. I have yet to be declared innocent, Wright.
Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too.
What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him.
I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya.
Oh, right.
What?
Tell her something for me.
What?
Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all.
Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? Whew! I requisitioned a transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Lada's deposition added to the court record. To be continued! Alrighty, I think we did enough there, so let's save here, and yeah, we'll pick this up next time. Again, this will be up on my YouTube very soon, and just pay attention to my Twitter to when the next one will be. Yeah, let me just save again, just to be sure, and we'll see you all later.